Hey there, welcome in. How you doing? Today I'm going to show you how to cut an onion and its various applications. Up here on the board we got a white onion. Now, white onion, that's going to be your cooking onion, right? White onion ain't White onion is more like you want to use that for a sauce. You want to use it to dice up, put it in a base, maybe make some pasta or something. White onion's the way to go on that. As far as cutting it goes, this is how I like to do it. Some people start by cutting off the ends. I don't like doing that because it wastes a lot of onion. What I like to do, got my knife here, I like to go in like that. I'm going to trim little bits of excess there. Then I want to start peeling that. I usually peel off the first layer of skin just because it's usually kind of papery and just not all that fun to use. And for this, I'm going to saute these up. We're going with a simple dice. And in like that. You don't got to do this too quick. Got that chopped up like there, and then you're just gonna boom. Simple as. Sometimes you can turn it up like that. Then go like there. There we go. And then you just chuck this little bit out. Pop the trash can open, chuck that out. Boom, boom. Get that going. Then with these, what we're gonna do, gonna move that to the side. Cut me off a little chunk of butter. See that? Got a pan, we're gonna chuck that in. And I'm gonna get that going on the heat. Gonna start that on some heat. And we're gonna leave those in there for a second while I'll show you how to do the red onion. Alrighty, let me dispose of this. Let me get rid of all that. These are going in the pan. And while that's heating up, I'm going to show you how to do the red onion. 1 second, buddy. Alright. Move, boy. Alrighty. Now, make sure that everything's still in focus here, because I'm out of camera. Okay. Now we got the red onion. Now, red onion, a little different. Red onion, you're gonna want to be raw. Red onions, well, actually, I'm not gonna have this one. Red onions are gonna be your raw onion. They're gonna be for your sandwiches. You're gonna put them on top of some soup or some salad, etc. For those ones, I like to do rounds on them. So what I'll do is I'll cut the ends off. I'm not sure if you can tell, my eyes are getting a tiny bit watery. Yeah, that's the way it is. Apparently chewing gum helps. I got no idea as if it works or not, but who knows. Say if you freeze the onions first, it makes it easier. Like I said, this is gonna be for your sandwiches. I'll peel that like so. And for the red onion, give me 1 moment, so. Turn it low. For the red onion, I like to do rounds on it, so I like to slice it like so. Real nice and thin. For some sandwiches. See, like that? For this, what I would do, I'll move that. Got some bread, a little bit of onion on there. I didn't have a whole lot of ingredients on hand, so sorry about that. A couple little thin slices of onion to make up a sandwich. Throw yourself a little piece of cheese on there. A little bit of meat. I'm using pepperonis because that's what I got on hand. And boom, got yourself a little DIY Italian sub there. You know, it's nice. Alrighty, now let's move over. Let's move over to our pan. We got our onions working with the wrong fucking spatula. Oh, it's good enough. Got our onions going with some butter on low right now. Got those working. Now, I had them on low because, you know, I don't want to burn them while I'm making all this. I'm going to turn the light on here. Then I'm going to crank the heat up on here a little bit. We're running a dual heater, and it's going to be about a 7. We're just going with that. Gonna saute these up till they're nice and fragrant. If you don't like onions, I gotta ask you, you know, what's wrong with you? You know, who hurt you? Because onions are perfect. Onions are the flavor base of just about everything there is in the kitchen. Let's see what's in the fridge, see what there is to throw in this. You know, so I'm not just cooking onions. What do I got here? Oh, let's see here. Little organic tomato soup. Got some pasta sauce in there. What we got here? Ginger, fucking sauce. What we got? There. We use a little bit of this tomato and roasted red pepper soup we got from Trader Joe's. Onions are going to add a little bit extra flavor to it. And you don't got to put too much work into it. Twist that off. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, so it's a little... Come on now. Son of a... Hold on a second. Ooh, that smells good. That's not too bad either. Onions are rocking and rolling. Let me see how this is. That fell on the floor, so I'm going to get another spatula. Yeah. I'm by no means perfect. I'm by no means a chef, but it's good skill to have to be able to cook just a little bit. I mean, you got a date over, you want to impress them, cooking never fails. Let's see here. I'm going to give this roasted red pepper soup a little taste here. I can get it to come out. Okay, there we go. Got a little spoon there. Okay, not bad. We'll need a little bit of salt. Okay, I know exactly what I'm going to do here. Hold up. If I can find it. Onions are rocking. 1 second. Got me a little bit of this Creole seasoning. I'll leave a little bit on the onions there. Just a little bit. That's got a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of onion, a little chili, a little basil. Just to give it a little bit of flavor. Ooh, that's smelling good now. Let's see here. What else I got in the spice cabinet? What can I throw in here? I got a little bit of Parmesan, actually. I'm going to work with a little bit of Parmesan. 1 second. Get the lid off of that. There we go. And that's rocking. These are just turning translucent. Gonna hit it with a little more butter. And trying to do this one-handed is kind of rough. I should have sprung for a tripod or something. Oh well, you live and you learn. Let's chuck in another little knob of butter. Working that. Excuse me. Indigestion's a bitch, I know. Got a little bit of our tomato and roasted red pepper into that. About yay much. A little bit of Parmesan. It'd be better if I had fresh Parmesan, but I don't. So that's the impasse we find ourselves at. Add a tiny bit more of the tomato and roasted red pepper. There we go. A little bit more there. Now, I like a nice creamy pasta sauce, so I'm gonna go with some milk. Just a little right there. Gonna crank the heat up on that. Let that set for a second. See that? That's already simmering. With milk, when milk's boiling, you don't want to leave it alone. You don't want to take your eyes off it because milk, she don't like you very much. So. Give that a little taste. Not bad. All right, let's kill the heat. Let's take her off the heat. No. It's a tiny bit on the thin side, but that's fine. Okay, she's a little thin. We can throw her back on the heat. We'll leave her on the stove that just got turned off. Still gonna be warm. Warm enough to do the job, but not enough to burn it. I'm gonna let that thicken down just a tiny bit. Just a little bit. Let that go. Yeah, that's good. There we go. It's not a bad consistency. There we go. Yeah, heat's off. We're just letting that get down a tiny bit. All that evaporation. Okay, let's see here. Okay, that's perfect consistency. Okay. And you are done. That's the pasta sauce. It tastes, I promise you, it tastes better than how it looks on this crappy little Android camera. That's the one thing I'll concede about with iPhones. They got some decent cameras on them. But anyway, that's my little masterclass on the uses of an onion. If you're making sandwiches, you want to do something raw, get the red. If you're making a sauce or a soup, use the white or the yellow. They're pretty interchangeable. Thank you and good night.